think it's sweet, I stay with the heat even though I'm a sad boy. You better watch the way you breathe around me for that breath be your last boy. I've been drinking red boy. I been chopping out these birds, McCoy. No, I bet my rich a million 9 months. Overseas, kind of skin.
Test 1 2 3. It's your boy Prince of Wittes back here with another video, and finally I'm doing the series you all wanted, so y'all can finally get off my back, because I swear to God there is something about even the way I left it, personally speaking myself, even though I left it off as a cliffhanger, pissed me off because I'm known for my cliffhangers and my what ifs. So I can't understand your pain, but I was so surprised people really wanted it that bad. So here it is. I hope you enjoy it. I hope you revel in it. Don't worry, I'm still doing the Yoruichi series. I will finish that. It is the last part after all, so I'm not gonna let y'all down. It's just ending series is a big deal for me, and I like to take my time with those, as you have noticed over the time if you subscribe to me for long enough. Alright, without any further ado, let's get right into it. Let's go. Also, thank you guys so much for 25k. Had to, bless y'all a little bit, you know what I'm saying? And yeah, just sit back, relax, get some popcorn, get some food, and I'm going to switch up my style of talking a bit because I want to make sure you guys actually feel relaxed as I'm recounting the story. I really rush a lot, not because I'm filled with anxiety, but because I feel like I never have enough time in the day. So I'm truly going to slow this down so people can finally, actually enjoy this. I know I rush a lot. I'm sorry about that. I will try to get better. All right, let's actually begin. Wind style, rising storm. Blowing from his mouth a violent wind, Naruto transforms this wind into a rising tornado that almost knocks his classmates to their feet as they watch on in awe, and this violent wind would disperse. Naruto then turns to face them, putting his hands in his pockets. Pretty cool, right? I told you. Whoa, that was awesome. Where did you learn that? Asked Iruka. What? I made that. Where would I find a jutsu? Come on, sensei. Oh, you made it. That's great. He then thought, how can he nonchalantly just say that? This kid, Naruto, he's a genius. The girls were fangirling for him, and the boys were just surprised, as even their parents have never shown them something that cool. And as he cleared his throat, Iruka asked, who wants to come up next? Sasuke raises his hand, and at this point he steps up as Iruka tells Naruto he can go back, and he does so, walking past Sasuke, who now felt he has something to prove. He makes his way forward and faces everyone, breathing in as he begins to use hand signs. Fire style, fireball jutsu. He spews a ball of flame that blows the wind every which way, leaving everyone amazed, as when it disappeared they all clap. Sasuke finds that even Naruto is doing this, which surprised him a bit, since he thought he would be arrogant because he judged him way too quickly. As he makes his way back, showered with praises, however, Naruto is the one who tells him, you can make that jutsu even stronger. How? It's just the hand signs. If you switch out this one for this one and add an extra, fire style, fireball jutsu. Naruto pushes everyone back with heat as he spews a flame 10 times bigger than Sasuke's. Naruto, stop! Yells Iruka. Oh, sorry. As he stops blowing though, Sasuke begins to do it as well, and he weaves the signs until he looks to Iruka, who says, don't you dare. Sorry, sensei. Fire style, fireball jutsu. He spews the exact same amount of power within his flames, leaving himself and everyone shocked, and Iruka panicking, and everyone laughing at the worried sensei. After school, Sasuke is seen running alongside Naruto as they made their way past classmates and adults, bumping into a few along the way. Is that him? Yes, the demon child. Sasuke hears none of this, but Naruto assumes that's what they're saying as he can feel their gaze piercing him. Hey, so you're not getting picked up today? Asks Naruto. Sasuke shakes his head, saying they can practice all day, and Naruto brightens up, saying to follow him to a secret spot. They run and don't go to Konoha training ground, but instead to the middle of nowhere in a forest. There was this massive block building. Did you make this? Come on. He runs in and Sasuke follows, dropping his bag at the entrance and being left amazed at the interior. It won't get messed up no matter what, so we can use any jutsu we want. You mean sparring? I'm not losing in a fight, says Sasuke. My dad trains me. The point is, I'll win. Naruto simply starts jumping up and down, getting ready. Sasuke sides, getting in a fighting stance as he blitzes, throwing a kick at Naruto, who sways back, slamming a kick into his chest. Ow, you! and now angry Sasuke swings and swings punch after punch before throwing an elbow, which Naruto catches before he kicks straight up, launching Sasuke into the air and then clapping his hands together, releasing stone arms that slam into Sasuke as he screams in pain. "Beat me, huh?" said Naruto. With a smile, Sasuke then poofs to a log and appears via smoke bomb behind Naruto, firing a fireball jutsu, which Naruto meets with the palm of his hand, blowing away everything with a gust of wind and knocking Sasuke back, who eventually finds his footing. "You didn't use hand signs." Naruto, putting his hands on his waist, laughs, saying that he did use hand signs, it's just that Sasuke couldn't keep up. Pretty amazing, right? Sasuke then says he lost and sits down as Naruto joins him, saying that this is fun. "I wish you could do this every day." "We can." Don't you have to train with your dad though?" "Forget that, this is way better. I'm gonna come every day until I can beat you." "Then you're coming every day forever." As they glare at each other, this will begin the day of their friendship. They did almost everything together and helped each other improve until Sasuke even invited Naruto a few times to his home. They trained on him getting a Sharingan. However, this advances the Uchiha's plans to use the Nine Tails inside Naruto, and his potential as a ninja makes them think of him as more dangerous, but also way more enticing to actually use. Also, due to Naruto hanging out with Sasuke so much, it gives more incentive for the villagers of Konoha to hate the Uchiha, which only makes their ambition stronger. This all erupts into a final confrontation that was supposed to mean the end of their clan, but Naruto, now 7, who was 5 before, is training with Sasuke, who once again loses to him and ends up on the ground with Naruto's fist at his face. "Come on, I even used clone jutsu." Opening his fist up, Naruto would help him up, saying he's thinking too much. "Just do what you want to do and feel it. You'll do it." "The stupid genius," thought Sasuke. Past them at this moment, a clash of blades flash by, which they both pick up on and look at each other before they nod. They exit their training space and follow the sounds as Sasuke says, "Wait, this path goes to the Uchiha training ground. That's weird, but someone's definitely in trouble. Watch out!" He pushes away Sasuke with the kunai striking where he once stood, and Naruto looks, seeing an Anbu hanging upside down from a branch. Without another word, the man body flickers down, swinging a kunai on Naruto's neck when the boy radiates orange lightning, dodging and spinning as he grabs his wrist and pulls him in, slamming a punch into his jaw. "What the? How did he do that?" As the shinobi falls, Sasuke watches Naruto stomp and almost shatter his skull with the stomp, and he's left terrified, which Naruto notices. "Stay here." With his cloak of lightning, he moves at incredible speed, leaving the forest and coming to a stop before a bizarre scene out in the open. All the Anbu and Shisui and Danzo turn to see him. "It's that Naruto kid," thought Shisui. "What is he doing here?" "Boy, how did you find us?" asked Danzo. "I don't like you." As Naruto says this, he steps thunderously and moves past all of them, and he lands on an Anbu's shoulders, twisting their neck before landing and clapping his hands. He then proceeds to weave signs incredibly fast and says, "Earth release, solid prayer." Mounds of rock rise and slap onto the remaining Anbu as if flies, trapping them with incredible speed under these massive mounds of rock, and Naruto dodges a kunai from Danzo before snatching his kunai and swinging it back at him. However, Danzo steps back, avoiding it. "Not bad." "Wait for it," said Naruto. As he lifts an eyebrow to this, his hidden arm begins to bleed as he looks at it, realizing, "When did you do it?" As he looks back at the boy, he is then stabbed in the eye and screams as he kicks away Naruto, who lands beside Shisui. "Let's go." "Okay." With a smoke bomb, they disappear. Meanwhile, in the forest, Sasuke runs as fast as he can because he witnessed what happened and it just couldn't get out of his head, and he was heading right home. "I need to tell Dad right now." He runs and runs, never stopping, all while Danzo is left alone. Luckily for him, by sacrificing one of his eyes, he was able to, help and keep his body intact. This is because of the use of Izanagi, but 3 eyes were carved by Naruto and were done for. "That brat, it wasn't enough that I released the secret. I guess this is his way of getting back at me. How immature. Everything I do, it is for the sake of Konoha." As a veil of darkness blinds us with Danzo's coat being blown in the wind, the next day arrives and Shisui slowly opens his eyes. Abruptly sitting up, he frantically looks about, holding his chest in pain, and seeing he was in the Konoha hospital, and just then ran in his mother and father. "Mother, Shisui, are you okay? Asked his mother as she hugs him. Shisui in response says that he was fine, and looking to his father, he noticed he obviously had a morbid look. And he asked, what happened to me? You can thank that Uzumaki child, when you're well enough that is. Somehow, he even managed to bring back your eye. In shock, Shisui holds his stabbed eye, realizing it was back, and then proceeded to of course ask how this was possible when Hiruzen then stepped in, and instantly the two parents turned bitter, which Shisui can sense as Hiruzen says, Naruto is currently resting. No child should have to interfere in such matters. He's completely exhausted. Cutting to Naruto, we find him snoring, sleeping in Hiruzen's house, and beside him is Sasuke, who looks to his left, seeing Kakashi, who was just reading a book. Is he gonna be okay? Huh? Oh yeah, totally. Looks like he's better already. Huh? What are you... Naruto! As he begins to groan and wake up, Naruto asks Sasuke if he was okay as the boy was helping him up, and this gets Sasuke mad as he says, you just rushed in with no fear. You shouldn't be asking me that. Of course I did. That guy was in trouble. I never let that slide. Who are you? Just a babysitter, said Kakashi. Nice to meet you, Naruto. You look just like him. Like who? Your dad? These words leave the boy wide-eyed as he jumps from his bed, landing before him excited. You knew my dad? Yep, said Kakashi, with him then nudging his head to the window, and Naruto looks, seeing the Kage heads, and it takes a moment, but Naruto realizes, what? Seriously? The wind in the room violently whirls, blowing Kakashi's book from his hand, surprising both Sasuke and Kakashi, as the Jonin says, yeah, totally. What, Naruto? What is it? Asked Sasuke. It's nothing, said Kakashi, as he gave a certain glare to Naruto, and he understands Naruto is a special child, so he waits for an answer, and Sasuke sees Naruto turn, scratching the back of his head. Oh, I just remembered we're missing school and all. Are you serious right now? What? We're still students, you know? I don't know what I expected from you, Sasuke said. After this incident, Hiruzen chose to let Naruto know of his father's true identity because he is far more strong than he expected he would be, and he should definitely be strong enough to handle people who may come after him, and he was going to train Naruto himself. But, nah, I'm good. Are you sure? Asked Hiruzen. You come to my house once every month, give me one thing, money, when you could easily give me a better house. I thought my dad was the 4th Hokage. Currently in his office with the boy, Hiruzen was trying to convince Naruto to become his student. Naruto, though, said that, he was a nice guy, but now he thinks of him as a horrible old man, now knowing the full circumstances. Your parents had many enemies. Had they known of your existence, you may not have lived to this point. Yes, I would have. Jonin Ninja are nothing to me. He's not making this easy, but he's not wrong, thought Hiruzen. You know what? Fine. Let me show why I don't need you. Bringing out from his pockets a eaten apple, Hiruzen asks, why do you? Don't worry about it. I'm about to show you why. Holding the eaten apple, he makes multiple hand signs, beginning to speak in inaudible tones, while Hiruzen watches something amazing happen. The apple is growing back? The old Kage was so shocked that his raspy voice rose a few decibels, and he watches as runes form around the fruit until they fade, and Naruto puts the apple on his desk. Hiruzen picks it up and inspects it, bites into it. What did you do? I reversed this time. It only works on inorganic stuff. It's good to know that you haven't stepped into the bounds of deities, Naruto, but that's all the more why I should train you. No, if I let you train me, that means it's okay this all happened. That you're not in the wrong for keeping just one secret. Did my parents hate me that much that they didn't care what you did with me? That's not true. Your parents loved you more than you could imagine. That doesn't make it better. You're right. You can take a break from school tomorrow if you need it. I'll sanction you. Thanks. As Naruto runs out the room, his heart now hardened. He honestly feels an endless pit. So annoying that people treat him like shit despite his parents being so awesome. It's like my parents sacrificed themselves for nothing. As this thought dawns in his mind, Sasuke runs up from a corner. Hey Naruto. Huh? I heard you were getting the day off. Yeah, but you're not. As they start walking together, Sasuke says he feels he learns more with Naruto than he does at school. Since when did you become so rebellious? Asked Naruto. I blame you. What? Watching them converse and walk off in plain sight, Jiraiya begins to show when Naruto then turns around but then sees no one. Inside Hiruzen's office, Jiraiya would now stand before Hiruzen, arms crossed. He's a genius. I know. Jiraiya, I'll do what I should have done in the beginning. I will hand over custody to you. Naruto deserves better. What about the village needing a Jinchuriki? Where the hell is that bastard Danzo? Actually, no, I wish with all of my strength I could crush her nose in right now, master. Hiruzen has nothing to say to this, feeling his kindness is costing too much to too many. Go ahead if it'll make you feel better. We all make mistakes. I just wish you called me sooner. I didn't even know. Just when we're... Never mind. He jumps out the window and leaves, searching for and following Naruto upon finding him and making sure until he took custody over him that no one would lay a hand on his godson. As we follow Naruto and Sasuke walking together, Naruto senses and pulls back Sasuke, and this allows him to avoid a kick as they both look up to see an angry man. Watch where you're going, you filth. The villagers all watch this happen and then avert their gaze, with Jiraiya coming to perch on a roof nearby. Those fucking bastards. Before he can finish his words, in a leap, that man is brutally knocked out by a kick to the jaw from Naruto, surprising everyone. As the man falls to the floor, bleeding at the mouth and out cold, his wife runs out holding him and staring at Naruto with anger, only to feel a shiver down her spine as Sasuke glares at her with the Sharingan. Yes, he just awakened it. What, you gonna hit me again? I remember you, and that same man has kicked me like that a lot. You can hurt me, but if you touch my friend, I'll kill you. Same for me, says Sasuke. Nice, that's right. Your comrades must be protected, Naruto. Don't ever let them trample your will. As the kids leave, everyone makes way, trying to look elsewhere, as if they didn't notice what just happened. And while that woman cries for her husband, Naruto and Sasuke, without even talking, both understand one thing: they were willing to protect one another. So Naruto didn't apologize for getting caught up in this. After all, Uchihas were already being discriminated against. Time skip. Mizuki runs, jumping from tree to tree, carrying a scroll on his back, as with bated breath he hopes to get away from his chasers, that being two kids. Don't miss him, Naruto says as he grabs a hold of Sasuke, swinging him forward before he holds up one hand and weaves 5 signs, blowing out a gust of wind, blasting Sasuke forward while he braces himself until he flies past Mizuki, landing on a tree, and begins to weave signs himself. Can't you be a little bit more gentle, he asked. Pulling on a string at this moment with his teeth, he finishes his jutsu and sends fire through this line as it slowly reaches Mizuki, who is shocked, realizing that Sasuke tagged him with the thread, and he is hit by exploding flames that begin to make him turn to char as he begins to fall, and Naruto would backflip over him, yanking the scroll from the rogue shinobi, landing on a branch. What do you mean gentle? I'm soft, you know that. What the hell are the Jonin when you need them anyway? As he opens the scroll and begins to read it though, Sasuke panics, asking what he's doing. I'm just looking. Whoa! I swear, put me down, Shisui, you're gonna lose that hand. Letting him down, Shisui, who appeared at this very moment, snatches the scroll. I'd rather lose a hand than have you get in trouble with Lord Third. Sasuke always has a rough, it seems. You finally understand my pain, says Sasuke. With a huff, Naruto smiles, saying that he's already seen a jutsu and it was too late, and it never ceases to amaze Shisui that Naruto is just a freak of nature when it comes to learning. After the night passes, the Konoha 11 is back in class with their usual shtick as we see Naruto and Sasuke sitting together, reading on jutsus and finding out new innovative ways to fight. I thought that sign was for the boar. Ah, my young Padawan, said Naruto. If you take that sign and use a seal, you get a restraining jutsu. That doesn't even make sense. I mean, transforming chakra natures is natural. This is just a whole mess. I guess I don't know how to explain it then. Sasuke, get away from him. Me first. No, me. Get away from him. The troublemakers have arrived and would non-stop just push each other until they get inside, only to be blown to the floor by a gust of wind and look up and be glared at by Naruto. Sorry. I leave for a few weeks and you let them do whatever they want. I'm starting to think you like their attention, said Naruto. No, they're just super clingy, you know. Also, they're not hurting anyone. Rushing off, Ino and Sakura are left with their ego shattered like usual, but they're relentless and just won't stop just gawking for Sasuke's attention, and at this point it has just become just desperation. It was also due to jealousy because Sasuke only hangs out with Naruto and Naruto despises them both, even though he likes most people and most people like him. Soon Iruka will then walk in, bringing with him Mini joining ranked shinobi. Alright guys, listen up for your teams. Finally, thought Sasuke. As he begins to list the teams, you find that Sasuke, Naruto, and Hinata are on a team, once again crushing their hopes of Sakura and Ino. Afterwards, they are then told to go with their senseis, and surprisingly, Kakashi is on time for once and takes the three to the rooftops. Let's begin with your dreams, likes, and dislikes. Go. Oh, me first, said Sasuke. My dream is to become Hokage. I still think it's crazy, said Naruto. Anyway, I like reading and I hate hypocrites. What a solid set of values. Who's next? Naruto looks to Hinata, who gets nervous, saying, I want to change my clan for the better, and I'll have to get super strong, but I'm willing. My legs start crocheting, and I don't like when people hurt each other for no reason. Sweet. What about you, Naruto? Oh, me? Might as well give up now. I don't really have any dreams. I do like creating jutsus, fighting. I hate bastards. Bastards? Idiots, self-righteous pieces of shit, so on. Specifically people who glare at me. Alright then. You guys are a bag of trouble, said Kakashi. I can say that much. Meet me at the Kunai training grounds tomorrow. Oh, and no breakfast. As he teleports away, Naruto would stand saying that he's going home as well. See you guys tomorrow. Using body flicker, he moves away in the blink of an eye, and Sasuke says goodbye to Hinata, who says the same, and Sasuke makes his way home to his family and clan while Naruto heads for the Forest of Death, with us seeing him approaching a wooden house when snarls begin to be heard. From behind some trees, massive snarling beasts leer at him viciously, when these looks then turn to fear, seeing what they can only describe as a monster. And I don't mean metaphorically. Using a genjutsu, Naruto made himself look like a grotesque, unimaginable chimera, and they began to run off as Naruto starts to laugh, heading inside. It's quiet. Only the sounds of nature are heard, with Naruto sighing as he takes off his headband, looking down at it until he throws it to a wall, leaving a crack in it. Naruto, even after all these years, is forced to bear with the loneliness that is his life at times. Jiraiya has taken good care of him. As a matter of fact, he uses this place as his post, but even Jiraiya gets busy and needs to leave sometimes. The Uchiha are still alive, but Danzo is dead, as is the root core. The mentions of this was never really mentioned to the villagers, who had to figure it out themselves until Hiruzen addressed it and Danzo's goal, but he was told by Naruto himself to keep him out of the story. He didn't want to be involved. No matter what I do, these blind bastards can only focus on their hate, so I don't want their love. It'll be nothing but hollow. Fade to black. The next day, Sasuke and Hinata are running on Naruto at the training grounds and see him going back and forth against his own clone. Avoiding its kick, he proceeds to sweep the clone off its feet and then weave 5 hand signs in mere seconds, erupting from the ground a massive mud wall that slams it to the sky as the clone barely blocks, weaving signs and firing a massive fireball down at Naruto, who does the same, and these jutsus clash, leaving behind a massive smoke screen. What is that jutsu? Asked Hinata. It's an S-rank jutsu. He's been having a field day with it. S-rank? Isn't that the level of the Kage? Within the smoke screen, Naruto takes out a scroll from his pouch, putting it in his mouth as he begins to weave signs and slam down his palms, spreading marks of kanji, of course being seals, right as the smoke slowly fades to show the clone restrained. Ha! When did we learn this one, huh? Yesterday, said Naruto as it turns to smoke disappearing, and he then takes the scroll from his mouth, putting it back in his pouch. Oh hey guys. As they walk over, Sasuke remarks at how intense he's going. It's just a clone, you know. Yeah, but the shadow clones are different. Anything that the clone sees, I receive when it dies. Then that means you can see the weaknesses of your own Sorry, I was too loud. Actually, I didn't even think about that. Thanks, Hinata. She blushes, saying it's no problem, when Kakashi then arrives and they turn to find that he is of course here with a few things. Alright, you guys ready? And so Kakashi says their enthusiasm is appreciated, and he explained the rules, and it kind of befuddled them. Setting down the timer, Kakashi takes out a kunai. Now come at me with everything, and I mean everything you got. Just make it deadly. This is the intent of a seasoned ninja, thought Sasuke. Kakashi is actually the first to make a move, swinging down and being countered by Naruto as he blitzes them with their blades grinding against one another, while the Jonin throws a punch which Naruto catches, throwing aside and throwing his own, which Kakashi blocks as well, only to have a kick come from behind by Sasuke, who aimed for his head. Kakashi ducks, pulling back his kunai, with Naruto pulling back Sasuke, allowing Hinata to throw a full-on wind palm that blindsides their sensei. And when Kakashi can see again, the kids are gone, and he rushes into the forest for them. The teamwork is better than I thought. He soon comes to a stop, dodging a shuriken, and then another, and he notices that this isn't normal and looks closer. Strings? All those shuriken then poof, letting off loud explosions, as from afar we see Naruto and the team huddled up. My clone just got him. Okay, if he wants to split us up, that rule is the most obvious way. But if we work together, our chances are better. What should we do? Asked Hinata. Okay, here's the plan, said Naruto. Kakashi, having barely made it out of the explosion, is actually hurt, but he can still fight. He runs forward, finding Sasuke jumping from tree to tree, and then comes down with a drop kick, and Kakashi dodges when he's then met by the fire dance, which he easily counters, knocking back Sasuke. While mid-air though, Sasuke makes a hand sign and Hinata drops from the sky and yet makes no sound at all, slamming a palm into his head, stunning him and striking him to the ground as he quickly recovers, kicking aside Hinata, when from the ground rises a hand with Naruto bursting out and landing, now holding the bells. Ha! We win! Throwing the bells to Sasuke and Hinata, they catch them with Kakashi sitting up exhausted. You little trickster. But does this mean he was never gonna send us back? Kakashi's funny like that, said Naruto. What? Shouted Sasuke. Correct, even if your career is on the line. The one thing a shinobi should never do is abandon their comrades. Abandoning teamwork. Your other choice is death. To hear such words make the Genin feel they are truly becoming shinobi, and Kakashi stands congratulating them on becoming Team 7, officially. What I don't get is how you did what you did. I didn't feel Hinata at all, her presence was just gone. It's a new jutsu I made. I call it the Union Jutsu. We essentially linked all of our chakra together, so even though we're apart, we're able to use one jutsu all together, yet alone. Kakashi is surprised as this follows the same concept as combining jutsu, but in this sense they combine their chakra, thus minimalizing their use for hand signs. Alright, you can lord that over me later. Let's go. He walks off and they follow him with Hinata asking if he needs a doctor. I'll live. Sorry about that. You can't almost blow someone up and just apologize, Naruto, says Sasuke. Union Jutsu. It needs partners to operate. It is also inspired from the Yamanaka clan. Upon making contact with someone, 2, 3, or 4 shinobi must leave the jutsu to one person who has superior chakra control to actually take control of the jutsu. This links their spiritual energy and increases their synergy, and in the case of someone like Naruto, with he and Sasuke working together, they were able to erase Hinata's presence as if masking her chakra under a veil. If used in other ways, you need way less hand signs to fire off a jutsu, and it can make anyone exponentially way stronger. Now as the days pass, we arrive in the office of Hiruzen as Uncle lays down before him the description of exactly that jutsu, and it amazes him. That boy made an S-rank jutsu on a whim. The leaf has been blessed. Lord Third, the use of, yes I know, something like this requires immaculate chakra control, but put it under his name as a creator. Uncle nods and begins to walk out as Hiruzen looks at this jutsu even more closely and just the mere potential of it. Where did I go wrong? He asked. It was an early morning as Sasuke ran out of his room, down to the stairs to the dining table where his family is already eating. How's your missions? Awesome. Me, Hinata, and Naruto used this one jutsu he made and it was so... Made one? Asked Mikoto. Naruto made his own jutsu? Kakashi sensei told me it was a strong S-rank type one, said Itachi. So yeah, did he now? Meanwhile, Naruto found himself in some intense training as he stands straight on a massive hill in the Forest of Death while Jiraiya looked on smiling. He's been like that for 5 hours. His fortitude is insane. As he's left drenched in sweat, Naruto has to perfectly control his body, as this is something Jiraiya had been teaching him since he was a kid, to attain one thing, Senjutsu. Alright, that's enough, Naruto. As he opens his eyes, Naruto backflips off the hill and lands, falling on his ass instantly. That felt so long. That was 5 hours. Nice. New record. Just then, a massive snake slithers its way over, lunging at them as Jiraiya pulls back his hand, creating a Rasengan and meeting it head-on, unraveling its body to ribbons right before Naruto's eyes, which left him astonished. Whoa, is that the snake's remainings were dropped, and Jiraiya nods. Well, we'll focus on that next. It's too advanced for you. Just then, a messenger crow flies over them and slowly glides down, landing before Naruto with the message attached to its leg. New mission. Damn, the timing couldn't be worse. Well, as he forces himself up, Naruto says he's just gonna have to not use too much taijutsu. Slapping him on the back, Jiraiya then spreads a sting through his body, saying, "Good luck." Oh, okay, God, that hurts. So after going to Hiruzen's office with his team, they're told they will be doing their first escort mission. Your sensei has been filling me in, and he sees fit that you actually get some actual combat experience. Aw, sensei, you shouldn't have. Yeah, no need to be so calm, Naruto. If you don't go on an actual mission, you might explode. Finally, thought Sasuke. This is the first time we'll be leaving the village. I can finally start getting really strong, thought Hinata. Hiruzen then called in their escortee, who smells of booze and depression, filling up the room with the scent. Oh, why do you... Dude, seriously, said Naruto? These are my guardians? Seriously? Asked Tazuna. Hey bastard, you're in the presence of the Hokage. Put that fucking drink down. Exuding a huge amount of bloodlust, Naruto makes Tazuna drop the bottle at this point because he's had enough, and he falls to the floor shivering. I'm sorry. I must have lost my mind. Don't you think you went a bit far? Asked Sasuke. This is seriously how you carry yourself, Lord Third? You're too soft. Naruto. Whatever. I'm not gonna wait. That was pathetic. Stop letting people walk all over you, old man. That's how people die. He slams the door shut as he makes his way out, with Tazuna asking, "Who the hell is that kid?" The son of the fourth Hokage, Naruto Uzumaki, said Kakashi. Tazuna at this point is left tight-lipped while Hinata apologizes on his behalf. But you can't just walk in like that. Shinobi can be brutal, you know. Yeah, I don't know what the hell I was thinking either. And so Team 7 eventually heads out, and this being their first time out, they're all quite excited as Naruto looks about frantically with Kakashi asking if he's okay. Oh yeah, perfectly. This is awesome. By the way, I wonder what kind of jutsu that is. Everyone is left kind of confused, but Naruto turns, pointing to a puddle. You suck at hiding your presence. From that puddle leaps out the Demon Brothers, with all the Genin rallying around Tazuna. I was wondering if it was weird since I'm pretty sure it hasn't rained in a while, says Sasuke. Throwing forward their long chains, the brothers would aim for Tazuna, but this is blocked by a mud wall from Naruto as Kakashi comes in from behind, choking them both out with ease. Good work, he remarked. The mud wall then descends, with Naruto remarking how fun that was. They could have done better with the transformation though. I wonder why they attacked us, thought Hinata. Well, let's find out about why this happened, shall we, said Kakashi. Instantly, Tazuna gets nervous as in the following moments everything is revealed. However, the team doesn't care and wants to continue, so they do, and even let the Demon Brothers go. Thank you for sticking around. I don't know how to thank you. We're not doing it for you, it's for us, said Sasuke. Yeah, the world's too big not to explore, you know, said Naruto. They're really nice, I swear, said Hinata. I can't accept that, little lady, but at least you're normal. Hey, what do you mean normal? Both Sasuke and Naruto shout. Settle down, you two. Save it for the real shinobi, said Kakashi. As they continue about their way and cross a river with the help of a fisherman who actually happened to know Tazuna, slowly but surely they would near the land of waves. However, as they walk, out of nowhere, Naruto runs to the side as he jumps and drop kicks down a massive blade, driving into the ground and landing himself on it when above him, someone lands on a tree. Quickly weaving signs, Naruto spews from his mouth a massive water dragon as Zabuza's eyes widen, and this jutsu rips apart the forest as he body flickers, landing on the river beside them, and watching the damage occur in complete shock. He just cannot believe that this is possible from just a little boy. Not a normal Lee shinobi, huh? Naruto, leave the rest to me, said Kakashi as he makes his way forward, walking on water and approaching Zabuza, while Naruto pouts, running back to Tazuna and taking out a scroll. What are you doing? Asked Tazuna. Putting up protection. Okay, time to link, guys. As they nod, Sasuke and Hinata touch his shoulder as he makes hand signs, drawing below them a massive kanji seal. I don't know much about ninja, but this kid is way too strong, thought Tazuna. Meanwhile, Kakashi would take a stance, getting ready to fight Zabuza. But before that, I didn't mention something about him before. Kakashi Hatake no longer possesses the Sharingan, so when he and Zabuza begin their fight, he can't copy his jutsu. But even without the dojutsu, he actually mollywops him more, due to no longer feeling the need to constantly keep his energy at like a certain level. He doesn't feel the drain from the Sharingan, if you understand what I mean. His reserves are normal again, and if anything, have actually expanded. He also still has knowledge of the jutsu that he learned while he had the Sharingan before it got taken away, so he has hundreds of jutsus. As they fight, however, Zabuza attempts to attack Tazuna from above as the man cowers, but Naruto slams down his palm, water style. The seals instantly regenerate and rearrange into a dome, firing off high pressure sprays of water style. Needle spray. This attack pierces the Zabuza clone, who ends up, of course, turning to nothing but mist as the real Zabuza is facing Kakashi, who eventually wins and drags him to shore. You can take the seal down. Naruto stands with Hinata and Sasuke letting go and letting out a breath. It seems they can relax, but then a senbon is jabbed into Zabuza's neck, taking them all by surprise as they look to the water and find an Anbu. Thank you for capturing him. Who are you? Asked Sasuke. I missed Anbu, said Kakashi. So he was your target. The man nods calmly, and Naruto says that this feels suspicious, but Kakashi says he can just take Zabuza. But sensei, it's okay. If something happens, I'll take care of it. I'll never let my comrades die. Moving instantaneously, the Anbu would then grab Zabuza and disappears, showing they have great talent with the body flicker jutsu. It's just like Shisui, thought Sasuke. And Naruto. Alright, let's go. Lead the way, Mr. Tazuna. Right, we're really close. I owe you guys more than just a meal. As they follow him, this is when Hinata asks, Sensei, why do you always hide your face? Not telling. He must be fugly, says Sasuke. Naruto agrees with Kakashi, saying just for that, they're gonna go through the worst training they ever have. Oh come on, that's not fair. As they follow him, they make their way to the waves and are welcomed by Tazumi. However, quickly Naruto pulls away Sasuke and Hinata to go train when Inari makes his way down, seeing his grandpa and mom arguing. Grandpa's in trouble? They turn to see him with Tazumi calming down. No, I was just worried because he keeps putting himself in danger. Oh come on, it's just a bridge. Inari. As he jumps into his grandfather's arms, Inari welcomes him, asking how he was. Good. How was your morning? Okay, but who's that? He points to Kakashi, who is, as Tazuna says, he's a leaf ninja meant to protect him. But he's gonna die. Kakashi stays unfazed while Tazumi apologizes, but he says it's fine. Nice to meet you, Inari. He stands and makes his way out to go train the students. He closes the door behind, and Tazumi asks, I don't doubt them, but don't underestimate them. Especially those kids. There's something amazing. Something fierce. Kids? Thought Inari. As he shouts, letting out an explosion and burst of chakra, Naruto shows his friends his new jutsu he made by combining Earth Release with Yang Release. Everything around you is getting crushed, said Hinata. What's going on? Gravity. As they hear this from him, the two are left shocked just as Naruto slowly stops the release, being left drenched in sweat. Oh, Kakashi-sensei, you never cease to amaze me. I hope you don't mind having some extra training. You know what my likes are, sensei, so do you even need to ask? Asked Naruto. Since you already have pretty good chakra control, I'll have you do something different. Naruto, lend me some chakra? Oh, sure. By using the Union Jutsu, Naruto lets Kakashi know for a while what it's like to have endless chakra pools of energy of Uzumaki, allowing him to create 2 shadow clones that poof before his students. I'm gonna strain myself a bit, but it's worth it, said Kakashi. You're gonna teach us new jutsu, aren't you? Asked Sasuke. No, I'm gonna teach you the reason why Naruto is so proficient with multi-processing and multitasking. It's not replicable, but taking an example and applying it will do you some good. So, shall we begin? First, Hinata. Each clone took the kids to different places, by the way. So Kakashi took Naruto and himself, since being the nearest to each other keeps the clones more stable, so they can train together. And we're gonna begin with Hinata for her part of the training. Kakashi looks at Hinata, who is too nervous to even look at him in the eye. I'm not gonna hurt you. Sorry, sensei. She forces herself to look at him, but Kakashi says to just sit down. They're now in a grassy plain, and she does, wondering if he's annoyed with her. I'm gonna tell you a story. A story? About who? My late best friend, Obito Uchiha. We then cut to Sasuke with him activating his one Tomoe and watching as Kakashi uses hand signs and fires a wind bullet that flies past him. Copy it. Instantly, Sasuke focuses replicating the same hand signs and firing off a wind bullet as well. I'm ready. Alright then. Beginning to weave more signs, Sasuke would focus as his eyes toggle back and forth, focusing on the signs that his sensei was weaving. We then cut to Naruto as he dodges a sweep kick and then grabs Kakashi's shoulder, beginning to raise his foot to his face, with Kakashi then blocking and wrapping his arm around Naruto's leg. But then, because Naruto has a hold of his shoulder still, he would lock Kakashi's arms under his pit, slightly ruining Kakashi's balance as he goes for a punch, which is countered by the boy with the same exact impact to cancel it out. That move's not gonna work anymore, sensei, said Naruto. Freeing himself, Naruto would body flicker behind Kakashi and kick him forward, with Kakashi then weaving signs and diving into the ground. Naruto would land, looking around and raising one hand and weaving multiple signs. Kite! As he shouts this, the ground is torn, raising massive boulders as he looks around him, and he would inspect for his sensei when past him flies a shuriken, which he dodges, striking a boulder in front of him that then explodes, with Kakashi making his way out from behind a boulder he was hiding. However, before he even lands and makes base with the ground, a massive hand erupts from below him as this hand would push him up into the air, leaving him unable to do much due to the wind pressure, with Naruto then rising from the ground with a massive leap and palm striking as he body flickers right in front of his sensei, and he would hit him right in the stomach as the earth hand would stop and Kakashi finds himself beat. He is actually so hurt. Like I told you, he was risen to the sky and then palm striked, basically with the exact same amount of force. Your first win, said a massively damaged Kakashi. The rock below him crumbles, with Kakashi falling and falling until crashing, and Naruto would land saying, "It doesn't count. We're both focused on the clones. I'll win next time, fair and square." No need, Naruto. Even without the restrictions, it's hard to say that I win, Kakashi. Alright then, your taijutsu is still up to par, so let's focus on your genjutsu. You still need to get the hang of it. I know, I'm just missing something, said Naruto. I can never catch up to Itachi-senpai when we fight. He doesn't even realize how hard it is to even interfere with Itachi genjutsus. Sensei, your kid's a real busybody, Kakashi. Just to be clear, Naruto has fought Itachi in genjutsu battles and lost every single one, but he diminishes his own efforts since it is after all Itachi. But even Itachi tries really hard when facing him, since in terms of taijutsu, Naruto outclassed every shinobi in the leaf, only being a genin by that point, and he has learned jutsus from every attribute and can use Kekkei Genkai that will be shown very soon. His genjutsu is not bad at all. He just is really hard on himself, essentially speaking. Now, regardless of each of them, training whatever way they are, or if it's Hinata learning a story, they each learn something important. For Hinata, it was to learn how to be tough and how to be more confident, because being a shinobi is very hard. She would need to work and lose that self-righteousness of hers, because if she doesn't, it's not about her dying. Her comrades will die. This increases her motivation to learn, so Kakashi can actually start training her for real. As for Sasuke, Kakashi was actually told by Fugaku what to do to train his son, so Kakashi used those methods, but down the strictness, since Fugaku is a bit of an asshole sometimes. And as for Naruto, well, he doesn't really need genjutsu, but it's a skill he's been trying to perfect, and he finds it to be pretty cool. And Kakashi's not gonna make fun of him for that, like, oh, you're already a genius, you don't need that. He's just gonna help him grow stronger. Now, a week passes, and one day, while they're eating, Naruto scarfs down food after a long day of training, and everyone is doing the same in Tazuna's home. Am I taking duty next? Asked Naruto. No, actually, I'm almost done with the construction, said Tazuna. Thanks for the help. Tomorrow, I'll be able to add the finishing touches. Inari? Just what the hell is your problem? Inari explodes with anger from nowhere. You shut up about saving everyone. You're gonna get killed by Gato's thugs, and everything you say ticks me off, and you act like you know what's going on here, but you don't. Naruto takes a bite from his food again, while everyone is a bit startled, and he would look around. Are you talking about me? I hate you. Good to know. Never heard that one before. Look, kid, whatever issues you're trying to resolve right now, I am not the one. You don't know a thing about suffering or loneliness or what my life has been like, so screw you. That would actually mean anything if, well, you were right. What you have right now is something I consider paradise, honestly. Naruto smiles, saying all this without a hint of hate, jealousy, without missing a beat, leaving Inari shocked as when he looks at Naruto, he realizes that he was the one ignoring Naruto's life and his story that he may have had, which is way worse than his, and he runs outside in embarrassment. Inari, get back here and apologize. It's okay, man. Kids will be kids. Why the hell are you acting like you're not one, says Sasuke to Naruto. Hey, I'm just that awesome, you know? Putting him in a chokehold at this moment, Sasuke says to stop being annoying, while Naruto just laughs, asking Hinata to help. Sasuke, don't be so harsh. Oh, he deserves it, Hinata. Actually, give me a hand. Kakashi at this point stands, saying that he'll be back. I'll talk to Inari. Will Inari and Naruto ever find together to actually make them see eye to eye? Will they ever see eye to eye? What is Gato planning? Find out in the next part of Naruto. It's been your boy. I really hope you enjoyed this part. It's back, and it's here to stay until it finishes. Peace. I'm gone.
Hey kid, don't ever let them get inside your head. They'll tell you what to do in life instead of everything you know that you could get. Don't let them guide your life towards regret. I'll fight for what I love with every breath. My past is filled with things I won't forget.